So like you
Oh,
see
beautiful.
the the graded boxes.
Yes,
So
yes.
this one have like combined objects, but some of are specialized. Like I will show you one more. You see this. You see this one. This has only
Yes.
ICs. This has
Yeah.
only ICs. So like I'm collecting them from quite a time now. So you know it's not complete yet. Like there are a
Oh,
bunch of
awesome. That is beautiful.
like I mean it looks good, but it doesn't work. Physics was not my favorite subject. Like
Okay.
okay, at least it was not my favorite subject. My 11th and 12th, I really like maths. Okay,
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Elevate Classes YouTube channel. I am Divya Jyoti Das. And today we are doing a conversation with one of my students who has scored an excellent rank in the Physics IITJAM 2025. So he is my student Shreyon Dey. So he scored All India rank 22 in Physics IITJAM 2025. So he joined our institute Elevate classes last year, that is 2024. So I have known Shreyon for almost a year now, and I wanted to organize this talk just to get to know him a little bit, his experience, his challenges that he has faced, and how he has overcome, so that after watching this conversation, maybe if you are planning for this kind of an examination or similar examinations, maybe you will get some sort of a interesting insight from a student that will help you in your preparation, in your journey. So Shreyon, first of all, congratulations on this excellent rank in IIT JAM.
thank you, sir.
All right. So did you expect this rank when you gave the examination, or did you expect better or worse?
So I was not expecting any rank or so, but I was like expecting like marks in marks like 80 and like that in that range, at least above 70.
But
You
उससे
know,
थोड़ा सा कम आया, right?
yeah, it was like 59 point like 78 or something like that.
Okay, so a little 10 marks less than what you expected. But why do you
Yeah,
think
10.
that happened? What is the reason?
I think I made some mistakes like I do calculation mistakes a lot, while
Cal-
like practicing like practicing home, like I do
Mathematical
like
mistakes?
yeah like 2 plus 3 equal to 6. It happens a lot.
Oh, exam it happens more often.
Yeah, the stress
Okay.
is also there. So I'm currently doing my BSc from Calcutta University. I'm in my last semester. Yeah, so and I would like to do my masters from IISc Bangalore. I mean,
I say Bangalore.
I still have to clear the interview part, but I
Yes.
am eligible for the interview, I guess.
Yes. थोड़ा starting से शुरू करते हैं. Like, why did you
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
physics in your college? And why did you decide to prepare for JAM and all these things? Like, what is your original motivation?
Yeah. So, as I told you, like my the range of interest is quite vast. But
Mm.
if you go before BSc, it was, I mean, more vast. Physics was not my favorite subject. Like,
Okay.
okay, at least it was not my favorite subject. My 11th and 12th, I really like maths. Okay,
Oh, okay.
and maths and computer science. I really
Mm-hmm.
like that. But you know, I was preparing for JEE then, 11th and 12th,
Mm-hmm.
like quite hardcore preparation. But when the results came, my math score was quite too low. It was dragging my whole percentile down. But that
Mm.
was not expected.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did like 3 books in maths, 11th and 12th, like 3 and 3 6 books.
Mm-hmm.
6 books, not like there is a series of books from Arihant,
Mm-hmm.
and there are additional books like there was a popular old book, for IIT JEE mathematics specially. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember the author's name. Like I did those, but for physics, I just did DC Pandya. DC Pandya is a really good book,
Mm-hmm.
but not like very advanced tablet, Eurodov and that. I
Mm-hmm.
never did that, but my math score was very low compared
Okay.
to even chemistry.
Okay. Why do you
So
think? I mean, you are saying math was more interesting to you.
I don't know. I don't know. That's the. I mean, I know. I was expecting like 90 percentile or something like that in maths, but I was getting like 81 or 85 like that.
Hmm.
So that kind of destroyed my confidence in math.
Okay. Okay. And after that?
After that, I mean, I like did not went that engineering way. I like mm, that BSc way I chose.
Hmm.
So I chose physics because I felt like physics is quite easy. Like from 11th and 12th, like there could be very hard problems in physics, but no one asked them. I
Mm.
always felt like that. The problems are quite easy, and even the some derivations could be big, but if you like practice them, you can do that. There is no big deal about that. But
Hmm.
if someone gives you a integration which you haven't done that before, you are probably not gonna solve that. I mean, it's not like in physics, if they give you a complex not calculus classical mechanics problem,
Hmm.
then there is at least like 40% chance you can do that. At least for me, like but if you give me integration, if I haven't done that before, there is not much chance. I mean, I am speaking that from experience. Like I can solve like very hard integration only and only if I solve them before.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
like if you like randomly just give me a J advanced integral, there is like 99% chance I wouldn't be able to solve that. But if you give me a like J advanced classical mechanics problem, there is like 40 or 50% chance I can do that. At least for
Hmm.
me, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
Like I felt like in general, like JE mains or JE advanced, maths was harder than physics and chemistry.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I prepared like harder in maths, but the results were that good. So I chose physics. I was like, let's not take any risk. Let's like go with physics and you
Hmm.
know, like
And how was the experience last 3 years studying physics?
yeah, yeah, that is like surprisingly quite good. I
Hmm.
am liking the subject quite a much now. The I mean, I like mathematics. That
Hmm.
has also effects in my like preparation for physics right now.
Hmm.
If you like I was too much concentrated on mathematics in 11th and 12th, so my thinking process for science in general is quite mathematics oriented.
Okay.
So that has effect on physics, my physics thinking too. you know
Hmm. Because physics is a lot of
a
mathematics.
lot of mathematics and like that, as I was speaking to so the theoretical physics part, I like that too. Like
You know,
some
the
people like
language of physics is
is mathematics.
mathematics. The only thing is that we correlate the mathematics with stuff that is happening around us. And we are trying to make sense of the physical world and how it is evolving and the laws that dictate how they are evolving with mathematical rules and equations and all these things. So they are interconnected in a very deep manner. Like the reasoning behind why something came about, what is the meaning, what is the physical connection, what is the logic behind it, that this theory has come into place, that plays a very crucial role in you sort of enjoying the subject. And
Yeah, and that is very important for me. Like, if I am just able to solve the problems, but I don't know how this works or why this even works, then I can't. I mean, I can't do much on that topic.
I think that is true for a lot of people who love physics. Physics is not just a bunch of statements and equations, but also there is a deep sort of a reasoning behind why things are the way they are, and understanding how they came about. Actually, uh, I mean, that is something that needs to be understood by the student for them to connect with the subject. Yeah, and I think that most colleges and most universities, sometimes teachers, they are doing this over and over and over again. So they focus more on the mechanisms of the statements and the theory, as opposed to building the sort of initial sort of logic and reasoning why something has come about. And which makes, I think, your generation very lucky, because you're living in the era of YouTube videos, where there are some very excellent people making excellent YouTube videos that can
Yeah,
help you understand something. Because in my generation, if you didn't understand something, our only sort of this thing option was to go to the library and just go through lots of books and hope to find your answer somewhere there. Today you have YouTube videos. Today you have Chat GPT to ask these questions, and if you are curious, you will be able to find an answer. The resources are there. The resources are there, even if they might not be in your college particularly, but online space mein the resources are there, which is a good thing, I feel, as far
yeah,
as
that is a good thing.
motivated students are concerned. Okay. So when did you choose to do like prepare for physics IIT JAM? At what point and
Uh,
what made you choose this
so
exam?
in my first semester, my professors were talking about this exam, and I came to know about it by that time, and
Mm-hmm.
I started preparing for it from my like second semester. But at that time, I was only doing like the topics I have studied in first semester. I
Mm-hmm.
was doing PYQs from them like in once a week or twice a week, like that. Like in my
Mm-hmm.
first semester, I had classical mechanics, the
Mm-hmm.
Newtonian part,
Mm-hmm.
and mathematical physics paper one, like
Mm-hmm.
basic vector calculus and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing PYQs from them
Okay.
in second
Okay.
semester.
So
And
PYQs, JAM PYQs or university questions?
no, in general, like Jam, like Gate, just in general.
Okay. Okay. All right. And why did you choose JAM? Like because a professor said, or you were motivated to go to an IIT, or you have already made up your mind to go in academia, something?
Yeah, mm, like it's not about the IIT part,
Mm-hmm.
there is no such restriction. I have to go to IIT and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I like academia and I like to continue in this field. So
Mm-hmm.
that can be a reason. Mhm.
All right, understood. So, like you joined us Elevate classes last year, somewhere around maybe June or May, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how did you get to know about us?
You're from your channel?
From my YouTube channel, and then you decided to join us, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And have we been able to help you in your preparation?
yeah, sure. No doubt about that.
Okay, so like before you joined, you have already made up your mind कि I have to give JAM and I want
Hmm.
to go into academia. So for any student who is preparing, thinking कि अच्छा मुझे भी JAM देना है या JEST या TIFR जो भी exam देना है, mostly what are the challenges that they are going to face? Like you must have also seen that, and how to overcome them. So just let's go through all that.
Like, say a topic, for example,
Yeah,
say aerodynamics. Okay.
yeah.
So most of the colleges have two papers on aerodynamics. One is basic, and the
Mm-hmm.
second part contains, the electromagnetic wave part, polarization part. The second paper contains this stuff.
Yeah.
So in my second semester, I studied the first part. The
Okay.
magnetism,
Electrostatics,
electrostatics.
magnetostatics.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
that part. But like before Maxwell's equation.
Before Maxwell's equations. Yeah.
So what I did is I prepared very, very hard for my semester exams. You know,
Okay.
so when I am preparing, the Griffiths is a very good book,
Mm-hmm.
but whenever I study a higher benchmark book like Griffiths for electrodynamics or Griffiths for quantum mechanics, I try to study, a basic book first.
Mm-hmm.
Like for every university differs some like local books.
Mm.
I try to go through them. Like theory wise, they may be good, they may be average, but every that kind of book has a like problem part. You know, the theory problems and the numerical problems. Those are very good. I think everyone should solve all of them. Like um, in 6 months' time, it is not possible for like average people to solve all the Griffiths equilibrium problems. You can solve some like every chapter, like 10 or 15, like that, but you cannot just solve every problem, and you don't even know the concept of solving every problem. So if a student just starts with Griffiths and try to go through those problems, most of the times he will just give up. they are too hard for me, and they give up. But if you can solve that basic book first,
So which
then you
book you
can.
referred to?
So in Calcutta University, for electrodynamics, there is a local book by B. Ghosh.
Hmm.
That book has decent theory, but the problem part is good. If you
Okay.
do those problems, you can do problems still like GATE or CSI and NET.
Hmm.
I have seen like direct problems like copy and paste from exams and that book.
Okay.
And every state or every university local has those local books. I have seen like in Delhi University, I have seen those books. I don't remember those names, but uh, yeah, like if you look for them, you will find them. The local books, local authors, they are very good for you.
So you're
Problem
saying
practice
basically go through simple textbooks first
first. Yeah, yeah,
and then go to these standard textbooks like Griffiths and all
yeah, yeah.
this. Okay.
Mm.
Because that might be hard for students initially.
Initially,
Did you first complete the
December.
syllabus, the whole
Yeah,
syllabus?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did.
Once.
In like December.
By December, you completed the whole syllabus once.
Yeah, yeah. In January, I was like every day I was doing a whole paper of UIQ. You know?
Whole
That
paper of
that was
PYQ.
that was the most important part of my preparation, I think. Like doing a whole paper, you know, uh, solving problems from every topic in a particular time is very important, and you need to practice that.
Hmm. So being able to solve PYQs, being able to solve them in a time frame pressure environment,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
because what you learn in that time period is also you learn how you crack under pressure. Because उससे पहले क्या होता है, you're just studying the subject with a sort of an open mind of navigating different topics, solving different kinds of problems in a very leisurely manner. But exam oriented preparation में आपको PYQs को solve करना पड़ता है. First you have to get familiar with the PYQs. The second you have to do it in a
PYQs from
very quick
multiple
time.
topics. Like in assignments, we have like PYQs from CUET, JAM, JEST,
Yeah, yeah,
but they were from a single topic.
yeah.
But you need to practice that multiple topic.
So that way you're jumping from one topic to the other. Because when you're doing assignments, then you
Mm.
know that you are only focused on this particular topic.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that kind of gives you a hint कि मुझे यही करना है. But if you're
yeah,
doing like a proper paper, वहाँ पे multiple topics आते हैं. You also have to figure out अच्छा ये कहाँ से आया, ये topic, ये question किस topic से आया
yeah,
है, इसमें मैं कौन सा concept लगा सकता हूँ. That sort of brainstorming also happens.
yeah, yeah.
All right, all right. So any kind of tips that you would like to give, any pointers for somebody who is planning for this exam? कि कितना टाइम फ्रेम लेके चल सकते हैं, क्या क्या चीज़ों का ध्यान रख सकते हैं if they are doing this preparation?
Well, yeah, yeah. When you are preparing for your semester exams, don't take them lightly. I mean, prepare as much hard as you can.
Hmm.
Like mm, in semester exams, it may be Delhi University or Calcutta University. There is a at least 60-40 ratio of theoretical questions and numerical questions.
Hmm.
So some people like totally skips the numerical problems part.
Hmm.
You know, they like just do the theory and get a decent amount of marks, and that's good to them. But I would suggest that go through any kind of problem you can. Like I was talking about those books. Every book has those set of questions. You need to go through them.
Hmm.
Like more and more experiences better.
So it's better to learn physics over the span of 3 years instead
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
trying to
That is very
cram
important.
everything. Yeah. If you have a very good solid background in the 3 years that you have developed in studying physics, that will help a lot in the exam preparation instead of just cramming everything into 4 6 months period. I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So basic sort of good understanding of the BSc level syllabus and anything else. So being prepared from an exam perspective, any other things that in hindsight you think is very important?
I think daily practice is quite important.
Mm.
Like you don't have to do like 60 questions a day, but
Mm-hmm.
if you do like 10 or 15, but if you do them continuously, like day after day, that's
Mm.
very good.
Mm.
But and if you can switch topics, like if you do 15 questions today from dynamics,
Yeah.
you can do 15 questions from like mathematical physics part. So
Hmm.
that will be very good for you.
So mix up the various subjects.
Yeah, like mm, like as you were a teacher, you can tell like JAM is quite a bit memory based exam, like any other
Mm.
competitive exam.
Mm.
So you have to get familiarized with the formulas and the
Mm.
fast concepts.
Mm. And also
You
the
can,
syllabus is also very vast,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
So
difficult to memorize everything at a time. It's easy to
yeah,
forget them after a few months.
that's why using the whole 3 year span is very important. Like electronics is kind of my hobby, so you know,
It is your
I
hobby?
mean, yeah, like whenever I get bored, I make electronic circuits. Like this
Okay.
afternoon, I was working on a circuit. Most of the times they don't work, but sometimes they do.
So how do you make circuits? Like online, or you have some
No, no,
physics?
you wanna see? You wanna see?
Yes,
I
yes.
can show you.
Sure.
Okay, so you know, it's not complete yet. Like there are a
Oh,
bunch of
awesome. That is beautiful.
like I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't work. Like I was trying to make a ALU. So the first step of making a ALU is you have to make a 8-bit adder. So like before making a 8-bit adder, you have to make a 4-bit adder. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I made a 4-bit adder. It was working fine. But like in a 4-bit adder, I can add up to at most 32. Like 4 bits mean 16 in
Yeah.
decimal numbers. 16 plus 16 is equals to 32.
Yeah.
So if I want to like show 32 in binary, then I can do that. Like you see this LED right here.
Yeah.
So these bars can show 1 and 0. So I can show that in
Like
binary.
in binary. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But you see this seven segment displays.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each of them can show at most 8, right? So I can show 32 with one 7 segment display. Now
Okay.
this IC you see, this is a adder. This is a 4-bit adder.
Okay.
So the output is also a 4-bit binary number. And this IC you see, this is a 7 segment display driver. So if I input a binary input, like if I input 0000, then using one 7 segment display, it can show 0.
Okay.
So at that point, the circuit was working fine. But when I have to like drive two 7 segment displays, I need to like somehow couple two of these drivers. Okay, but
Okay.
I am unable to figure out yet how should I do it.
So how are you devising the circuits yourself, or you are just looking it up in a book or somewhere?
Like sometimes you can find it on the internet. Like if
Okay.
you want to know, I mean, how to connect a single 7 segment display driver or a single 4-bit adder, then you can easily find up on the internet. But when you are like customizing things on your own, then you have to like sometimes you have to dig a deeper, and sometimes you just can't do anything. If you fail and
Okay.
fail.
So you bought all these devices, components yourself from the market,
Yeah,
like
I
that
am
board.
buying this for like quite some time now. Like this part of this pot, there are
Yeah.
like 12 boxes. So each like I so like you
Oh,
see
beautiful.
the graded boxes.
Yes,
So
yes.
this one have like combined objects, but some of are specialized. Like I will show you one more. You see this. You see this one. This has only
Yes.
ICs. This has
Yeah.
only ICs. So, like, I'm collecting them from quite a time now.
And
Like
you must be
now,
having a good idea about which ICs are required and all these things.
yeah, yeah. As I told you, it's a kind of like a hobby.
Since when have you been doing this?
Like 11th.
Oh, excellent. I think you will probably have more ICs in your hobby box compared to certain college labs.
Yeah, I have like uh, like at least 50 types of IC, and total I have like 400 ICs.
All right. All right.
So, the government gives me scholarship money and I buy this kind of thing.